Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Backpack Trader Traderoom for Tuesday, July the 15th, 2025. Please note the required risk disclosure. This room is for educational and information purposes only. It is not financial advice. Trade your own charts, not mine. Trading of this type carries substantial risks and should only be attempted with funds you can afford to do without. Right, that's all disclosure today. This is our only session. Crude starts off 907 with a long trade. That goes to money management, 10 tick minimum. 81 to 91. Comes back to stop out at 82. Break even trade. Then we have the short at 84. That picks up targets 1 and 2 for 13 and 21. 34 ticks plus the 2 from the first trade. 36 ticks on the morning. 2 and done. Unleaded. Not quite faring so well. We have a 43 tick risk on this first trade. 18 seconds after the hour. That goes for a full stop. 86 tick loss. No trigger on that short. Then we pick up this short. Just triggers us in. That is a 32 tick risk. 64 tick loss. We're down 150. We enter this long. 9:10:06. Entry at 1876. We get a stop and reverse short, and that stop and reverse entry is 1849. So 27 ticks, 54 tick loss. Puts us down 204. Pick up 22 ticks for target 1 traders or 37 for target 2. And trailing currently at target 3, 1796 for 53 ticks. So it looks like we're going to at least cut our losses in half on this trade, or just about. Market is open. Soybeans. As a get in sync long, that has triggered in. YM is flat. Short trade on the micro Russell. Say, okay, definitely in the micro Russell trade. Just had another chance. Soybeans has gone too far. So that trade is off the table. We'll look for a new one. Pound Aussie. News this morning, so we wait 5 minutes. Start at 8:35. This trade sets up at 8:40.52. 2 positions off at target 2. 17 ticks each. 17 pips each, actually. 24 pips at target 3. So that's 34.58 so far. In hand, trailer is at 462. And we're looking for target 4 at 438. And we take a full stop out on the micro Russell. Unleaded stops out. That ultimately gets to 1791. So that's an additional. There's a long trade for the unleaded chart. No trigger yet. So we end up getting 95 ticks for target 2, 80 ticks for target 1. So we're down 109 for target 2, and I believe 124 for target 1. Quick short on the YM. Ten-second bar. I would want to be in on that, but not sure. But that should be a one and done. Yeah, 32 tick target 1. $681 for the trailing stop. There's another move. On to 671. Unleaded long trade is still valid. Pound Aussie stops out at 462. So we got 58 ticks. We have 2 positions still in play. 462 from the entry at 469 is 714. 72 pips on Pound Aussie this morning. YM is still trailing. Down to 453. Looking for a new trade on soybeans. We have a potential long. We have a long setup on the unleaded. Fruit is done. Pound Aussie is done. And YM is at 638. Now 636. Short trade now on unleaded. It's more like one tick from the trigger. Or it did touch, looks like. 1769. Yep, it did touch it. So let's take the entry to 68 because that was fairly quick. Well, that will cancel, should cancel the long, I believe. It doesn't look like it did. Its calculator still showing the long is valid. Because we only have one close below the balance line. I'm going to put unleaded over here over top of the pound Aussie. So I can take a look at. All right, 4 minutes after market open. No trade on the long. The short. 156 flat. And we did touch it, but and then went to the stop. So that's hopefully an avoidable trade. I will treat it that way. Came right to the entry. Move the entry down a tick. 55 3/4. So that's a no trade. Soybean still looking at for its first trade. YM finally stops out. $582 from the entry at 704. 122 ticks on the trailer to go along with 32. It's 154 ticks on that trade. New short on the micro Russell gets both targets to 3 and 4. Obviously got to money management. Back to that. Currently trailing at 61.7. Okay, the long did cancel. Long trade on the micro NQ. This is another that does definitely put us in. You can say this is another one that is borderline. No entry on the micro NQ long earlier, and hopefully avoided on the short. Touched the entry and then went to the stop. And now we're in a long trade. Micro Russell stopped moving now. To 60.1. Stop on the short, so that cancels it. So no trades so far, and here is a new long. Unleaded. Get money management on the micro NQ. I wasn't watching that wick down, see if that was a intra-bar stop out or not. I'll take it as the calculator. Okay, micro Russell stops out at 260.1. Trade number one is a win. Unleaded long trade triggers in. It's a pretty good sized trade. 35 or 56 for the targets. Micro NQ pushing upward. Approaching target 2. And target 2. So trade number one on the micro NQ is a win. And move objective to target 3. That's our next actionable target. Soybeans pulling back a bit. Long on unleaded, there's a short. We stop out and transition to short. Yeah, we stopped out at 53 and a quarter and entered the short at 53 flat. So no adjustments necessary. But the micro NQ is now short. And a second chance to get in. Micro Russell is also Micro Russell is a full loss. That goes up in, well, I say that is, yep, 59.6 was the high, so that did stop out. So we have a win and a loss on the Russell. Unleaded back at the entry level, the long. Just over 10 minutes to our 10 a.m. crude mini session. Unleaded trying to reach money management. Micro NQ back at the entry. Soybean still in the early long trade. So we're looking for a new setup. Money management at 1847 on unleaded. And we take a full stop out on the micro NQ. So a win and a loss on the micro NQ and on the Russell. No trades yet on soybeans. Pound Aussie is done. Crude 9 a.m. session is done. Both of those positive power quittings. YM is done on a very successful one and done. Got within 4 ticks of money management on unleaded. long on unleaded, flat on micro Russell and micro NQ, still flat on soybeans. System is in a long trade from before our start time. It's gone too far to get in sync with. So unleaded, our only active chart right now. 5 minutes plus to crude 10 a.m. mini session. Unleaded back down below the entry. All right, soybean stops out of its pre-market long trade. Unleaded back to the entry. Micro Russell and micro NQ both still flat. There is a potential short trade on the YM, just became valid. Gonna have to get in sync. And money management is at 0550, 05 and a half. So our first actionable target would be target 2. 2 positions there. Short trade on micro NQ. This one's got a pretty good wick on it. Yeah, target one's big enough to use as an actionable target. Short on micro Russell or micro NQ, still long on unleaded. Unleaded, blowing through target one, trailing now. 1832, trying to get to target two. Target one was 35 ticks. So target one traders are now down 89. And target two. Target two was 56. We're down 109, so we're down 53 there. So we need to get trailer up basically to target two to get even. For target one or target two traders, we got to get higher than that for target one traders. Trailer now at 1839. All right, looks like we did get an entry on soybeans. The soybeans would be short. $8.16 to $8.39. 23 so far. No, I said 56 from 100 and, yeah, 109. It's 53. So we're still got to get another 30 ticks on the trailer to get even. Soybeans in the short. Micro NQ short, looking like it might want to reverse. And there's a reversal up bar, and there's a stop and reverse long. Make that 50 3/4, and we triggered in. So we are in the long. That is a partial loss. That's pretty close to almost a full loss. So that's the second for a standard size trade. So we'll call that 2 losses. $18.44, another 25 ticks. The target to break even. And we are in the 10 o'clock mini session. Crude. Possibly in this trade as a get in sync. And that would be targets 1 and 2. And crude stops out and unleaded stops out. So we're down 25 on unleaded. The target 2. When I say we got 35, I believe. Yeah, we're down 89. 16 to 44. $28 down 61. So 25 and 61 are what we've got to hit. Soybeans trying to get target, or not target, but looks like soybeans just hit money management of 5.5. So stop will come of 6.25. Money management on the micro NQ. Still no trades on the micro Russell. Just our two initial trades, win and loss. Solid win and a full loss. There's target 2 on soybeans. 2 positions at 6 ticks apiece. 12 ticks. 3 points. So our final fixed objective would be target 3 at 1004 even, or 1004 flat. Target 2 on the micro NQ and a long trade on the micro Russell. So we move up to target 3. And start trailing 168.25. We go up a tick, 0.6. All right, let's duplicate that and see where – 10 o'clock. There it is. So yes, we should have been, did have an opportunity to get in that trade. So that's a one and done. Root gets a win. Target 3 on micro NQ. And now we go to target 4. Final fixed target position. 174 flat for the trailer. $176.75. Micro Russell trade stops out for full loss. Win and 2 losses there. 2 wins, 2 losses on the micro NQ. Unleaded still trying to get even. Down 25 ticks for target 2, 61 ticks for target 1. Micro Russell sets up a short trade, hasn't triggered yet, so it's still valid even though it's touched the stop. And it does trigger in. This one will have to go manually on. Micro NQ stops out near target 2. Getting very close to break even, or to even on micro NQ. Probably down a few points yet. And that is loss number 3 on the micro Russell. That session is done. Soybeans is in its power quitting trade. 2 winning sessions on crude this morning, 9 and 10 a.m. Micro NQ picks up a short. A little bit of a wick. Shouldn't be enough to, yeah, not enough to move target, make target 1 a valid exit point. Got about another 9 minutes in here this morning. I've got an appointment I have to get ready for coming about 10:30. So I will have to close it down about 10:30. And that's another full loss. That is loss number 3 on the micro NQ. That will be a down session. So we have unleaded and soybeans. We need one more, probably one more winning trade on unleaded. And we've got one more trade in the trade plan. 5 trades in, 6th trade will complete the day. Six trade maximum. We're almost to break to even. Fighting back from 2 full losses and a stop and reverse to start the session. We've had 2 solid winners. Okay. All that's left right now is unleaded and soybeans. Everything else is done. 2 winning sessions on crude, 9 a.m. and 10 a.m. mini sessions. YM was 1 and done. Pound Aussie was 1 and done this morning. Soybeans is in its power quitting trade, first trade. So it will be positive. We have 1 trade remaining on unleaded. There's our long trade on unleaded. $41 and 65. We hit target 2. That will definitely get target 2 positive. Actually, if we get target 1 and a trailer of 25, 26, both will be positive. As we need target and plus 20 ticks on the trailer for it to get break even on target 1 traders. We need 25 ticks on the trailer to get target 2 even. Entry at there's our entry at 816 again. Same as the prior long. All right, soybean stops out, so it's done. We pick up 2 more ticks. Now 3.5 points on the day. $175 worth. Unleaded is back to the entry. And I would say we can keep watching that to see what happens. But I'm going to have to call it a morning and head out to another appointment. So we will see everybody tomorrow. Regular session at 9:30. Crude oil inventory report at 10:30. Everybody have a good afternoon, and we'll see you tomorrow.